This is a view of one of the wedding chapels where Curtis performs ceremonies. It is located down near the Kansai airport, and it is a very lovely setting. It's a beautiful large building, very imposing, and it looks out on a marina directly in front of it. From this large glass partition, you can see that the people would see the view out the ocean and out toward the ocean. Curtis would be standing with his back to this wall, and the wedding party, of course, would be facing it. The wedding ceremonies take about 15 minutes. Here's a view again of some of the ships, of some of the boats docked in the marina, and it's a beautiful way to to have a wedding. Now you can see the Tower of Kobe, which is located in the center of the city. We went there on another day and went up to the very top of this tower so that we could view the city from that distance, and it was very, very impressive. The city is a beautiful reconstruction since the bombings of the Second World War. This is a wedding chapel attached to one of the hotels, and again you can see that it's a very luxurious setting. We had a lot of fun just taking pictures from the top of the tower because it was so extensive. You can see the tall structure here on the right. We don't know really what that tall projection up toward the top is. In the far distance you see a mountain peak that we will have ascended later in the day on one of the gondolas. Here is a picture taken from the top again, looking down on the docks and the big loading equipment. A boat coming into the dock side there near the tower. Very interesting, a gorgeous day to be up there. This is a picture taken on the inside of the observation area. Curtis standing there by the window. You can tell he's lost some weight, 30 pounds in 12 weeks. Let's see now, we're going to go on viewing. This is a boat, take a picture of a large boat at the Maritime Museum, which is located at the base of this tower. This is the structure housing the Maritime Museum, and here's a picture, another picture of a wedding chapel. Doesn't really look like a wedding chapel, but Curtis said it's very lovely inside, and he has done weddings here. I'm boarding a gondola going up to the peak of the mountain. This is much like the tramway at Albuquerque, except it is more personal because each of these little gondolas only holds 3 to 4 people, and of course we were just the two of us. It's a beautiful ascension up here, and it was really sort of breathtaking. I guess if I'd known ahead of time what it was going to feel like, I might have backed out, but it was fun, and I really enjoyed it. The views up here taken from the gondola give you an idea of the broad views, panorama out across toward the ocean. The height, the precipitous heights here, you can see this is a waterfall down below the gondola where we were ascending the mountain. We went up, it would probably take about 10-15 minutes all the way up to the top, at least it seemed like that. This is a large water reservoir, I suppose, either flood control or for irrigation purposes, but anyhow it's tucked way back in the mountains. This was the halfway point, I believe, going up, and we docked there for a moment. If we'd wanted to stop and get out, we could have. Some people get out and walk down this long trail that goes all the way back down, or they can walk on up. You can see this is quite a well-developed trail, and it goes up the entire distance. The gardens are spectacular. This time of year they were not in full color, as they will be in a few weeks. They were just coming, you could see that the new growth was just coming in, but it was still very pretty, and one is aware of the beautiful gardening and landscaping that these Japanese people are able to do. Again, we're approaching toward the top of the peak. We're looking down on some more gardens that are growing and are getting ready to bloom, and we see in the distance here some atriums apparently holding flowers that are being brought into full maturity. This is the top of the gondola of the rope walk, I think it's called, the ropeway. And inside of in one of the places here, they had a perfume or fragrance museum. This shows the distilling of perfumes. They had very beautiful samples of many exotic perfumes here, and it was very fragrant, and the aroma throughout the museum was beautiful. Now we're starting back down, and you can get an idea here of the entire panorama. This was a picture. Coming back down the mountain, then we had lunch at a lovely Chinese restaurant, and we took a picture of some of the food the way it was presented to us. This was just one serving. It was beautiful, and I really enjoyed the ambiance of that lovely restaurant. Now you can see from the 37th floor. Here's the young girl who was our waitress. She was a very friendly person, and she had pretty good English too. She took our picture after we